Hello farmers, welcome back to Selendra, just over here where the training facility is going to go. I'm thinking now another year. I'll go over that in just a minute, a reason why, but I'm looking at all these trees over here that we're going to be cutting down, maybe not today. I have a couple of options to get the trees over to the mill. I could lease the telehandler logging fork, which would only cost me like under $200, and I can carry the logs with a telehandler, or I say logs, probably like, I don't know if we can carry a whole tree or not, and bring over to the mill that way and drop it on in. That'd be a long process because our telehandler, is a speed demon. Or I just realized this. I used this on No Man's Land, but now I got the different autoloading mod. This has a chance to have the universal autoloader, so I guess the logs would just pop on in. It'd make my work a little bit easier. I'm terrible at this log grabber. I don't know what episode it was on No Man's Land, but yeah, it was kind of terrible. But yeah, maybe we can bring the trees over there. I got enough trees to get us through, in the afternoon. We got like 3,000 or 4,000 liters of trees left in the mill. But that's up and going. There are trees that we planted. They're growing. They're just, they're taking a while. And yeah, we need the trees. So as for the animals, I made sure through the rest of the winter till now that they've been fed. So the sheep, the chickens, and the horses are all being taken care of. I'm kind of wondering if I just have way too many animals for this size of a map, because we're going through the food still at a good rate. That's why we're going to be expanding that field over there today. But as for the horses, if we look at the horses here, we should be getting some offspring from the horses one more month or two. I don't know how long, 22 months before they can reproduce. It seems like it might be 2 more months. But when they have offspring, we still have enough room for more horses in the stable. And, of course, the young ones will have to, wait until they mature before they can start reproducing. So it'll be another 2.5 years before they reproduce. So what we may do is we'll let these horses, have their offspring. We'll keep the original horses that we have, the original 6. We'll let them reproduce again. And I'll have room for, I think, 4 more horses. So when they have offspring again, 4 of the 6 horses will have room to have offspring. Then we'll bring those to the training facility, which will leave 4 open spaces, and the other 2 adult horses can have their offspring. And by then, the other 6 should be almost near adult stage. So that means we can go another year before we need the training facility, which means when it comes time to sell the fabric, I think we'll go ahead and pay off more of the loan. So we paid a little bit of loan off last episode, and it did something. So we went from paying $48.66 on loan interest down to $47.50. $116, but it's $116 saved, right? So it's baby steps. But now that we got mostly everything that we need, we can really throw a lot of money at that loan when it comes time to selling the fabric and, of course, the planks. Again, I do not plan on upgrading the sawmill because that's just a lot of trees going there. We'll see how it goes, but right now, no plans of upgrading that. No plans to upgrade the spinnery either. That's doing just fine the way it is. I did take care of the greenhouses. They all got full of water. They're still doing, the seed is showing in red, but it's not really going through the seed fast enough to warrant me to go get some seed and put in the greenhouses. They're fine for more months to come. Fingers crossed. But first things first today, let's get over here and expand the 2 fields together. Won't take us too long to do that. And yeah, we're going to be planting all sorghum back here because we need it. The chickens are going through the feed at a good rate. And, well, could feed the horses as well. But we need more feed for the animals. Alright, let's go on down here. We'll lower that. Is the pipe still out on this thing? Yes, it is. The invisible pipe, that's not there. Hopefully I can get this treat all in one go. Okay, but not the stump. That's no problem. It's not going to take me long to get this field all in the one. Although this stump could be problematic. Are you gone now? No, you still got that little piece there? Why don't you want to disappear? Alright, so maybe I gotta get it from a different angle. I'll get you on the way back. Maybe. Hopefully it's kind of still there. Ram into that tree as one would. Alright, looks like we got rid of that stump altogether. And these fields are in relatively good shape. They don't need to be plowed or anything like that. So we're just going to merge them together. And then I'm going to grab the doits and we're going to go around and put some lime on some of these fields. Mainly the oat field. That one does need lime in half of it. Alright, did I get it this time? Alright, we got it. So we can turn that off there. Alright, let me switch to the plow. Let me allow to create fields. It's going to be sorghum heaven back here this year. I think this fall, though, I will plant wheat in some of these fields, and we'll start feeding the chickens some wheat, just to mix up the crop. I don't want it to be all sorghum back here. But since we don't really have the option to plant wheat or barley, I could plant oats, but the oats, chickens don't like oats on this map. I could feed the chickens oats on East Vineland, but not here. And sorghum will be planted in the month of April. And that shouldn't take us too long to put it on down. Yeah, so I'm thinking waiting on the training facility, pay off more of the loan just to bring that interest rate or interest payment down. That'd be good. Would be nice to see that training facility finally go in. But if I'm not going to use it this year, then what's the point? Is that a stone? No, I think it's just a tire marking. There are no stones in this field. Just want to make sure of that. Even though I don't got them turned on, they could be there originally when I loaded the map from episode 1. Alright, let's go ahead and finish merging this field together. So we burned about half of our sorghum that we harvested last year in feeding the chickens and the horses. And of course, getting 6 more horses not only means, well, we're going to burn through the food a little bit faster. Alright, and these fields are ready for next month. That field right there to our left has a few spots that need lime, and probably where I just plowed those 2 fields together probably needs lime as well. But I think I'll put those off for 1 more year. Then maybe more of the field will need lime and we'll be all set. Now let's go grab the doits and the spreader. I don't think I have any lime back at the farm. I think I used it all finally. And we're going to spread lime down in the oat field. Grass should be ready next month, and that process doesn't take as long as it used to now that we got the John Deere. All these bumps here, still keep forgetting about them, even after almost 30 episodes here. I just drive along, do a whole bunch of bouncing. Pop the plow back in here. And I probably should go over with the stump grinder and take care of the stumps. But we're going to have a whole bunch more to take care of after this month is over and done with. All right, let me put the drill back away. Had to move this out to get the plow. And let's park that right there. I can squeeze the Deutz on out. Let's see, I got fertilizer in there now. Let's not climb the post beam of the shed. That'd be good. Yeah, I'll just have to empty this on out. I was thinking about fertilizing the field that we just merged together. But I might as well wait till the crops grow, because when I plant, it'll fertilize. Wonder how much lime that field's going to take. Probably a couple of trips. Look at all that beautiful fabric there. I did have a look before I started recording. Currently, if we go by the stock checker, we got about $155,000 worth of fabric, and we still got another month or possibly two. I think last year I sold it in April, but it's still showing the best prices in May. So that's going to be a huge amount coming off our loan. Fill up with some lime here, please. Let's go ahead and take care of this field. Try to get our fields in best possible condition. Yeah, I don't think this map is made to have... Well, the chicken coop that we put down, that is the chicken coop that you get with the map. So, but we're also trying to feed horses as well. I know I said originally I wouldn't buy all the fields, but if I need to buy more fields to keep our animals fed, then I may have to do that. Of course, I also could convert some of the grass fields that we have over to a crop as well and make more food there, but we make so much good money from doing silage, it's hard to. But we'll see how we get along as the year goes. Maybe I'm not going to as much feed as I thought I would. Unlike this lime, I know I said probably a couple trips, but I'm so used to precision farming to where it just puts down the right amount that you need. Base game is just going to use a standard amount. So I barely even got a half a headland done and we're out. Well, I mean, the fields are kind of small, so maybe a half dozen trips. I was looking at the fields around here to see how much they were, in case I want to buy them. Two fields over there. One is sunflower, and the other field is wheat. I think grand total, those two fields would cost like $20,000. I don't have a way to harvest the sunflowers, so I mean, the wheat field wouldn't be bad. Get a little crop off of it. So maybe when they're ready for harvest, maybe I'll have a look at possibly buying them. So basically when I sell the planks, we'll get a whole bunch of cash. And maybe we'll look at buying some more fields to expand. We got to remember the training facility will have to feed the horses when they go in there as well. And that will be oats and hay. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to be processed. It sounds weird saying that. From regular horses to trained horses. Yeah, so I think we're going to have to pretty much clear cut all these trees out of here and bring on over to the mill and just keep our fingers crossed that the original 40 trees that I planted will be ready maybe by the end of the year. I'm trying to remember. I think I'll have to look here in a second. If your field needs lime, I think it reduces the yield by 15%. Let's have a look here, because I don't quite remember. Where is that going to be? Crop overview. Yield boost. No, I know products. Oh, that's icon. First steps. Improving yield. Lime. There we go. Yeah, spread lime every 3 harvests to gain 15% bonus on your field. Fertilizing we do. We're not doing weeds. We're not doing stones. Rolling is... It just says it grants you an additional yield bonus when rolling over the field. And mulching improves your soil, therefore the yield of your crops. But I think it's like 2.5% for mulching and rolling. Which now we're doing mulching because we got the John Deere mower slash mulcher. Yeah, the wheel bearings and axles on my tractors on this map in real life would be a little bit bent by now by going over a lot of these bumps. I would like to do more firewood. I know I keep saying that, but the sawmill takes priority over making firewood. Usually I put something like that little shed there, the buy-all shed, at the farm, but I think it makes it a little bit more for this kind of map, leaving it at the store, since we're supposed to be a small-ish farm. As far as farms that I usually run, this is a small farm. Someone did send me, show me some pictures on Discord of their small farm on this map, and they're using, I don't think they have anything over 100 horsepower. They're doing definitely some small farming. I really would like to get a spreader that holds a little bit more. The problem being, then you start getting up to the ones that, yeah, they hold more, but the working width is so wide that I could probably get the field done like a pass, maybe 2. I have no problem with the working width of the spreader. It's just that the amount it holds. Of course, what I could do is I could buy, a few pallets of lime and bring it over on the trailer, put it by the field, and then take care of it. But then again, I'm really trying to micromanage at that point when the store is only a little ways on down the road. Alright, I think first I said a couple strips, then I said 6. Might be a little bit more than that.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was done feeling hopeless, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn.
Well, I'm hoping I can get the rest of this field done with this lime that I got left. Yeah, we should be able to. Should be all set. So now it's time to, I think, to give that log grab a chance on the telehandler. I haven't used I don't think ever a log grab on a telehandler before. I have on the front loaders of tractors and, of course, the wheel loaders. So we'll see how it goes. And if it doesn't work out, well, then I only spent $168 to lease it. And if it works out well, then great. Let's go ahead and park the Deutz in here. Do got some lime left, which makes me want to go over and just use it on up on the other fields. But for now, we'll just leave it here. All right, let's go into the store. Telehandler tools. Yeah, I have a feeling about this not doing too well, but only one way to find out. Oh, I don't need my pallet forks. Let me stick those over here. Alright, I'll meet you over by the sheep, and we'll use our chainsaw, cut down a tree, and see if I can grab a whole tree, and see if if we can grab a whole tree, can we then just take the whole tree over to the mill and plop it on down? Should be interesting. So if this log grab works well, this is something I could really use when I do the wood splitting to get it loaded up into the wood splitter. But let's go ahead and cut down some trees first and get the mill up and going. And we'll cut you on down a little bit higher just so I can see the stumps. And maybe I will. Oops, I don't need to crouch down, I don't think. Or maybe I do on this one. We're up in the air. Probably missed a few. Of course I did. I always find easier to go from the base of the tree on up. There we go. Alright, telehandler. Of course, leaving it like this is just going to be harder to bring it there because the log is so wide. Well, it can handle the weight, but I don't think I'm going to sneak through these trees as easy as I thought I would. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and help ourselves here. Now, getting over the wall is not a big deal because I can just lift up the telehandler. Of course, now a lot of the weight is on the left-hand side, but this is doing better than I thought it would. And we've been using the yarder enough, but this setup here, dragging the trees to the front of the sawmill. Last time I had some issues because where the pile of trees were, it was a little difficult getting it into the mill. And yeah, I got too much of the weight down at that end here. Can I sneak that around my hay bales, or how about you just put the tree down and re-grab it? Not in the ditch though, because we need to be at somewhat level ground here. Of course, like anything, once I get used to doing a setup like this, once you learn, all right, this is what we need to do, this is where we need to grab the tree, probably an easier process. But knowing that that logging trailer with a grappler on it is there for the autoloader if I need to, that's not a bad thing. Now see, this is the problem that we always had, trying to get the pallet forks underneath the log to grab it. It just keeps sliding across the ground. This has always been the issue. Alright, how about if I just bring up to the wall? The wall will stop it from sliding, and then I'll get the forks underneath. There we go. That's one way to do it. Okay, now that we got the weight distributed right, we can lift that up no problem. But somebody left the yarder kind of in the way. Should just, there we go. There's one log in there. That brought us up to already 4,000 liters. So I'm going to get about 1,000 liters, maybe a little bit more from each tree. This wasn't too expensive, was it? $3,000 for the log grabber? I mean, it's not too bad. I could just keep it leased for the $100 and some odd, and the hourly charge is what it is. And of course, the daily fee can't be too expensive either. Yeah, this was the issue I kind of remember with the log grabbers. You try to grab it and they just slide across the ground. Of course, I am just picking up one log at a time. I guess if you were you true loggers out there in Farming Simulator probably would put the logs in the pile. So logs behind it would stop it from moving forward. You can grab maybe a couple. Although with the Platinum Edition, I could go ahead and get the you know, the big wheel loader for 300 grand and do it that way, but no, that's way too much. But this is a slow process, but it's something that, you know, can easily get us by just to get a few logs in when we need to. Let's go grab ourselves another tree. And before someone even mentions, I don't plan on taking down the cement wall in front of the sawmill just to get the logs in. I mean, it's a good idea, but I kind of like the way the entryway is there. And the telehandler can lift up the logs up and over that. Let's get one more tree cut. I may try to bring the whole tree this time, but I think it'd be just best just to cut it in twos. Let's just go ahead and cut it like right about here. Yeah, so that's annoying when the log just keeps sliding. Then you're like, I hope the stump holds it. But no, yeah, it does hold it there, but not the other half. I should be able to grab this one because the terrain is not level, so there's a big gap underneath the tree here. So when it's like that, yeah, it's nice and easy. And I'm just trying to figure out where the center of gravity would be on the tree. Limbs and all. I don't think we get extra wood from the limbs. But we're bringing them with us. Yes, I'm not too sure about the log grabber. It's, you know, it works fine once you get the log up in the air. It's a matter of getting the forks underneath the log. And maybe there's a better trick to do that. I'm going to just clip on through because limbs really don't exist as collision objects. I may hit my yarder here, though. Yep, I'm going to. Can I sneak in around this way? Get the tree low enough, it might be in the zone, which it is. I mean, I could just go. No, this is on a 3-point linkage. I was thinking I could just get a tractor, come on over, and move the yarder. If I was doing more trees today, I would. But we'll just leave it right there for now. Probably park it over by... I'll park it somewhere instead of leaving it there. But at least we got enough wood in the sawmill to run another month. I'm just trying to figure out if I like this log grab or not. It's the cheap way to go. But when the log is fully rested onto the ground, see, if they made the prong on top a little bit longer to be able to scoop it up and in. Of course, the other way that we normally would do it, but I don't think it works on this setup here. Is that as far as that angles? It is. So that's not going to work. Can I grab it enough? Now once I do that, it's going to roll. There we go. Now it rolls in. You just got to learn the tricks. That's all. Finesse it in a little bit. Although I can see the log is shimmying out the right side of the telehandler. Don't ask me why it's doing that. But it's sliding to the right as we move along. I mean, I could always go ahead and lease the logging trailer with the auto load option, and I could try using the crane and load it into the back. And if worse comes to worse, just throw on the auto loader. Although I'm trying not to use auto loaders as much as I usually do, unless I'm doing a big series. My Kinterland's going to have a whole bunch in there. There's 7,000 liters into the mill, so that's good for like another month. And as you can see, all the planks piling on up here. Yeah, so if we go to our stockpile page, as I'm going to call it. So currently, fabric, yeah, we got $155,000 worth at that price, the max price. The planks are adding up as well, but we got, it's only March. We got April, May, June, July. We got 4 more months for planks to pile on up. So we can just take all this cash and throw it at our loan, which will help us out greatly. Got a few wood chips in here, but not a whole bunch to get ourselves a bucket loaded on up and go sell wood chips, because wood chips aren't worth that much to begin with. But it is something. We're going to be planting oats here. Earlier the better. We should be able to plant oats now, but we'll do it in the next episode, because I want to do a little bit more thinking about how I want to transfer these logs over from there to there. How much is it to lease this Anderson? So it's under $1,000. $400 an extra hour. All right, so that's not too bad considering how much we can break in planks. But I think what I would do is I'd get all the trees somewhat ready and possibly do that. I I mean, I like to continue using the telehandler. Maybe I'll do a couple more trees off camera and fiddle with it, see if I get better at it. And if I do, then we'll just keep on using this option. And I could end up buying this in the future, because when we do wood splitting again, because I want to try that again, someone told me loading it up with a telehandler works a lot better on the wood splitter. But anywho, we got our oat field all limed up. That's ready to go. That should look so much better on this map here. Let's take away the mulch section. So we got one stage of fertilization. So when we plant, that'll put down the second stage. And yeah, the rest of the field is looking fine. Down here, yeah, we got some lime that we need to take care of, but I think we'll wait until harvest this year and take care of it and see how it goes. And our grass fields will be ready next month. And I think this year on the grass fields, the first 2 cuts are going to make into silage bales. And then when it comes for the 3rd cut in the fall, we'll see how much hay we got left over. Because we do got a good stockpile here. And if we still got plenty, then all 3 cuts will be silage. And then, of course, when winter comes, you know what it's like. We'll get a whole bunch of cash from that as well. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Selendra. But until then, have a good one.